Stop scrolling. I need you to stay with me for this one. Because what happened inside that furnace is one of the most unhinged, unexplainable, scientifically impossible things ever recorded in human history. And I need you to understand it fully. Eyes. Last episode. If you missed it, go watch it. I'll wait. 1 o'clock. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego told King Nebuchadnezzar, a man with a 90-foot golden statue and a serious ego problem, that they would not be bowing. Faced with no good gesture #hash. The king, who had never been told no in his entire life and was not about to start accepting it now, ordered the furnace heated 7 times hotter than usual. Fire. 7 times. Sir, loudly crying face. 1 time was not enough for you? TWO times was too merciful? You needed 7? What exactly were times 6 and 7 doing that times 1 through 5 couldn't handle? Loudly crying face go. Anyway, they threw the 3 men in, and the soldiers who threw them in, the fire got them instead. Flushed face. The fire looked at Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, looked at the soldiers, and made a completely different decision. Skullfire. So now King Nebuchadnezzar is outside, sitting in his throne, probably adjusting his crown. Well, that's settled. Nobody disrespects my statue, and he glances at the furnace one more time, just casually, just to confirm, and then he stops. Flushed face. He leans forward, leans further, stands up completely. How many men did we throw in there? Advisors. 3, Your Majesty. King. 3. Advisors. Yes, 3. King. So why do I see 4? Flushed face, loudly crying face. 4. Fire. Not 3 men screaming for help. Not 3 men running laps looking for a fire exit that doesn't exist. 4 men. Chilling. Loudly crying face go. Walking around like the furnace is a hotel spa and they specifically requested the heat package. #hashfire. Like they looked at the fire and said, finally, some warmth. Loudly crying face. And that 4 figure? The king says he looks like a son of the gods. Sparkles. Now pause. Raised hand. God did not send a strongly worded letter. God did not dispatch an angel to stand outside the furnace holding a motivational sign. Clipboard. God did not send a notification that said rescue en route, estimated arrival 4 minutes, mobile phone. No loudly crying face. God personally walked into the fire. Fire person raising both hands in celebration. Not after they survived. Not when the temperature dropped. While it was blazing. While it was at 7 times the normal heat. God was already in there before they even landed. Loudly crying face person raising both hands in celebration. So Nebuchadnezzar, the same man who built the statue, made the law, heated the furnace 7 times, and watched his own soldiers die from the heat, is now sprinting to the furnace door. Flushed face crown. Gone is the throne energy. Gone is the crown behavior. This man is moving. Dash symbol. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Servants of the Most High God, come out right now. Person raising both hands in celebration. And they walked out. Flushed face. Calmly. Unbothered. Casually. Like they just finished a meeting that ran slightly long. Briefcase. Now everyone rushes over to inspect them. Generals. Officials. Governors. Random people who were just nearby and got curious. They are checking everything. Hair. Intact. Clothes. Not even singed. Skin. Completely fine. The smell of smoke? Not even that. These men walked through a furnace 7 times hotter than normal, and came out fresher than when they went in. Meanwhile, the soldiers outside didn't even need to go in, and they didn't make it. The fire had a whole preference. And those 3 men were not on its menu. And the king who started this whole thing with his statue and his music and his mandatory bowing law, he stands up in front of everybody and announces, there is no other God who is able to save like this. Then he adds, anyone who says anything against their God is finished. From bow to my statue or burn. To nobody disrespect their God. In the space of about 20 minutes. Because that's what happens when God actually shows up. He doesn't just change your situation. He walks into the worst version of it with you. He doesn't just pull you out of the fire. He makes sure you don't even smell like it when you leave. Comment God was already in the fire. If you believe that God doesn't just wait for things to calm down before he shows up for you. And follow for episode 7, the king who became an animal. Because Nebuchadnezzar just publicly praised God in front of everybody. But this man's pride? His pride did not get the memo. And what God does to humble him next involves grass, the outdoors, and a complete loss of human dignity. And it is wild from start to finish. You genuinely do not want to miss it.